Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel, and today let's discuss about this new Omni unit, which is SHURA. Yes, this is one of the guys from the new batch, which is SHURA and Hisui. So SHURA, Hisui, Shisui. So first of all, let's take a look at his design. So let's take a look at his 7 stars and then his Omni evolution forms. So what I'm seeing here is actually his 7 stars. He really looks like a strong guy actually, and it's very normal at the same time. But after he got his Omni evolution, he really looks like a super strong, badass, cool guy. I really like how he looks here on his Omni evolution form. It's really well designed, and he really looks strong. Very strong indeed. But still, in the end, I still prefer the looks from Hisui, and yeah, Hisui is much more handsome than this guy. Well, Hisui is a pretty boy and this one is a really badass guy, so I'm not really sure which one you guys prefer. But for me, it's Hisui. I like Hisui better than SHURA here. And now let's take a look at his stats. So this is the stats from Lord, Anima, Breaker, Guardian, Oracle, and his max imps. Well, this guy took a lot of red imps since his limit on the attack imp is really high, which is at 800. So if you guys got him maybe as Guardian or something else, not Anima, it's going to be safe since the maximum of the red imps he can take is really high. So his attack will be still pretty high for any type. But as for the breaker type, I think his defense will be a bit on the low side, so I'm not really sure if I want the breaker type for him. So I would prefer the Anima, Lord maybe, and what else? Breaker's okay, and Oracle's pretty fine as well. But I think the best two for him is actually Guardian and Anima. And now let's take a look at his evolution materials. Pretty much the same as the other Omni evolution units, so it's pretty much farmable since he does not really require a legend stone to evolve this guy. So if you guys are having troubles with getting legend stones for evolution, these kind of new units will not give you that problem since there is no legend stones, but the karma and Zell might be a problem. So if you guys really need those karma and Zell to evolve this guy, I will put the link down below so you guys know where to farm for it. And now we shall take a look at his lore. Okay, this is the 7 stars form for him and the lore. So this one's the attack, animation, and idol. So this one's attack and idol, and I really kind of like how he looks here. His blade reminds me of Cloud, but this guy is a blonde, so he's not Cloud in any ways, and Cloud does not have a dual wield. So this guy's really strong, so he's holding two-handed weapons in each hand, so he's a dual wielding two-handed weapon. So that's how strong he is. And this is the lore, so I'll just scroll it down really slow here so you guys can read it after this. So yep, that's it. That's the lore on his 7 stars. Now let's take a look at his lore on his Omni form. Okay, this is the Omni one. So this is the idol attack, as you guys can see here. Attack animation. He really is having a huge transformation from his 7 stars to his Omni form. And you know what? He is now much more stronger than his 7 stars form, especially with the fire wheel on his back, and he's actually holding a two-handed trident on his left hand, and the same golden weapon two-handed on his right hand. Golden weapon. I think this guy plays Overwatch and he just got his 2 golden weapons at the same time. That's how strong he is. Wow. So alright, enough about that. That's really off topic. So this is the lore, and I'll scroll it down again. and I'll be reading this for myself after this. So yeah. Okay, that's enough of his lore. You guys can read it after this. Now let's check out his animation in game. This will be just to show his animation on his BB, SBB, and UBB. So this will not be about his damage. So first of all, let's give it a look on his BB animation. It's only a 6 hit and it's pretty much good on Spark, but 6 hits, so not really that much. And now let's take a look at his SBB animation. It's a 21 hits and okay, really good to spark with. It's really tight on everything. And now his UBB, so let's just chuck in this Hero Crystal, activate OD, and Fujin. Here comes UBB. Okay, it's pretty fast, so I'm pretty sure this one's really good on the Spark department. And yep, he is so much about Spark anyways. Okay, after all that animation, lore, design, and everything, I'm pretty sure you guys wanted to know how to build this guy. So from his skill sets, from his leader skill and everything, he is much about Spark. So okay, let's go on with build number 1 here. Well, since this guy is all about Spark, so I will want to maximize all his Spark abilities. So first of all, I will want to take this one, the 40 skill points one, which will boost or enhance his Spark boost buff on his BB, SBB, and UBB. And there goes 40 skill points already. I still have 60 points. And before we go into that, I will want to boost his survivability. So I will take this 10 skill points on his max HP, 20%, and that is really good. That's huge, so I will not want to miss this one. Alright, so the next thing that I will take is, I will not take the attack boost, the 50% attack boost. I know that is a lot, but I think from leader skills and sparks, I mean buffs and spheres, that 50% boost to attack will be covered anyways. So what I really want to take here is all 3 of this spark boost. So that will require me to spend 30 skill points. So here goes the first 10, another 10 skill points to make it 70% spark damage, another 10 to make it 100. So that is 100% spark boost on himself, and I'm pretty much sure that that is gonna give me a lot of damage. And now we only have 20 skill points left. As I said before, the 50% boost to attack is really alluring, but I will try not to take that one. But I think I will take the critical hit damage boost instead. If you guys wanted to take the attack, that's also okay, since it will require you to spend 20 skill points at the same time. So the critical hit damage is also 20, and I think I will take this one instead. Since it is not a squad buff, but it's only a buff on himself, I think if I take this one and bring this guy to raid, it will not really mess up the farming on raid, since it will only be for himself. So this guy is actually a nuker this way. So there it is, that's the first build for my Shura. So what other builds that he will have? Well, I can't really think about more than 2 builds for this guy, and luckily I have 2, so I will raise 2 this time. So this is build number 2. This one is not really that good. This one's a pure spark nuker build, so you will skip on the 20% max HP. So what you will take is the all 3 of the spark boost, so you will have 100% spark boost on the unit itself, and then you will require to spend another 40 skill points to take the enhance BB, SBB, UBB spark boost to 120%. So yep, you will have another 30%. Correct me if I'm wrong. 30% spark boost more on those BB, SBB, and UBB. Well, it's actually okay not to take this one, but if you have other spark units in the squad or two Shuras in the same squad, if you do not take this one, this will mess up the spark boost in general. So I will still want to take this to make it easier on the spark boost. And the last 30 skill points, I will take the adds spark vulnerability for 2 turns on his BB and SBB. So this will give the squad and himself another spark boost damage in general. Well, it's not really that big since it only will give you a 25% chance on applying to give more 25% more on spark damage. It's not really a lot, but yep, this guy is all about spark, so why not add more pain to that? Well, that's all the build that I can think of. You guys can make your own build. So if you guys still want to take the 20% max HP for the general build, that's also okay. And actually the 20% boost to max HP is really good. So I kinda don't want to miss on that one at all cost. So now my thoughts on this unit. Okay, let's first take a look at his leader skill. This is really good. He only have that 50% boost to max HP. That is huge, by the way. And to have the other boost on attack, defense, and recovery, this one will require you to have a HP of over 50%. That's pretty much easy to achieve. So I can really say that this guy have a 50% boost to all parameters, but with a little downside, since if you have those enemies that will cut your HP to 1 like Owen and some other guys, especially on the Genius's trial, this could be dangerous. But for general use or raid, this is really good, really good, since it will be active most of the time. Spark damage boost BB gauge. This will come in really handy and will help your BB management by a lot. So I really like this kind of effect. The best one that he can offer here is actually his 120% boost to spark damage, and that is huge. So I really love his leader skill, kinda situational at some point, but it still is really good. Extra skill boost attack when BB gauge is over 50%. Really easy to get. And another 50% boost to spark. So this guy's spark damage is really huge. And since attack, like his enhancements, why I didn't take the 50% boost to attack, attack is most useful and it will show a lot of result if you use normal attacks. So for BB, SBB, and UBB, if you take the spark damage, it will boost the damage by much more than the attack. So that is another reason why I didn't take the attack boost. But still, this extra skill is really good for damage. Okay, now Brave first. He only has 6 hits AoE on his BB. That's not much. But the other parts on his BB is really good since it will boost your spark damage, BC efficacy, fill rate, really nice. And he will also give you guys the spark critical buff on his BB as well. So it doesn't really matter if you cast his BB or SBB, you'll still get the benefits. Now Super Brave first. A huge upgrade on the hits from BB. So this one's 21 hits. He will boost his own spark damage and own attack and own critical hit damage. Critical hit rate. So he by himself will have a lot of damage. Plus he will buff the spark damage of the squad, so that will even add more on his damage. And also the same spark critical for 3 turns buff on his SBB. So as you guys can see, Brave First, Super Brave First, they are really good. It doesn't really matter if you alternate between both of them. BC efficacy is really good, but sometimes you don't really need it. And now ultimate brave burst. So this one actually only has 2 more hits than the SBB, and the effects here are really huge. 300% spark damage if I'm not wrong. So boost to spark damage for himself, and also allies' spark damage at the same time. So wow. He will also boost critical hit damage for 3 turns and probable powerful spark critical for 3 turns. If I'm not wrong, the spark critical is at 100% and it will proc 100% of the time. So this is really good. So as you can see, the whole set that he brings here from BB, SBB, and UBB, it's all about spark. So if you guys are building a squad with a spark base, this guy is really good. However, I think for spark buff, there are a lot of other units with the same ability, like Elsa, Fern, Zero, and a lot more. So this guy actually has a lot of replacement. But in terms of individual unit damage, this guy trumps over all of them, since he have the additional own buffs, and that will turn this guy into a nuker. In the end, what I can say about this unit is really good, and he is an Omni unit, so he will help you guys in a lot of things. But if you don't have this guy, there are a lot of replacements for him. So you guys don't need to worry if you summon for this guy and not getting him. If you still have like Elsa or Fern, the damage difference will not be that high. In conclusion, what I can say about this batch, so Hisui and Shura. For Shura, you can skip out on him, but on Hisui, I think Hisui is really good. So from these 2 guys, I really prefer to have Hisui. This guy's not really bad, this guy's good, but if you have other spark units, you can skip on this one. And I guess that's all about this unit. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to press that like button. You can also share this video with your friends and family and anyone. And if you're new to my channel, this is a really good time to subscribe. Just press that fun button over there and join the fun train. For now, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. So see ya, bye bye. Ciao.